So let's look at Qibla direction. Qibla means in Arabic direction. So what it means in Islam and general information about it. So what you see is the building Kaaba in the city of Mecca, towards which all the Muslims pray. That's the Qibla or the direction for the Muslim prayer. When you see Muslims praying, bending down and standing up, all the Muslims all over the world will be praying towards this direction. So if you are living in Europe, you will be praying towards this Mecca. If you're in India or any other in US, you will be praying towards this direction. So this is the current Qibla direction of all the Muslims, and if you are a Muslim, you pray towards this direction. So, did you know that the Muslims didn't always turn towards the Holy Kaaba while praying for Salah? So, the Masjid Al Aqsa was the first Qibla or the direction in the history of Islam and stayed even after 18 months of migration to Medina. So, if you read the history of Islam, the Muslims migrated from Mecca to Medina, and Medina, the Prophet, peace be upon him, he established his ruling, and at that place, even in so the Masjid Al Aqsa was the Qibla in the history, and it stayed even after 18 months of migration. That is, after they moved to Medina, and from that point till 18 months, till the Masjid Al Aqsa, that is in Palestine, which you saw, which you see the mosque, that was the direction towards which the Muslims prayed. And it all changed during Zohar prayer. Zohar prayer is the middle prayer or the midday prayer of the Muslims on the 2nd January of 624 CE, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the verse to the Prophet, peace be upon him, that verily we have seen the turning of your face towards heaven. Surely we shall turn you to a Qibla prayer direction that shall please you. So turn your face in the direction of Al Masjid Al Haram at Makkah. So this is the Holy Quran 2144, and according to this verse, then the Muslims started praying towards Makkah, Masjid Al Haram. People say Masjid Al Haram is the black building which you see. It's a cloth which covers that building, and that towards that direction Muslims started to pray after this point, after this holy verse was revealed. And after listening to the verse, the Prophet, peace be upon him, turned 160 degrees, changing his direction to Masjid Al Aqsa, to the Kaaba. Once the prayer was completed, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said to the companions that even though the Qibla has changed, this does not reduce the importance of Masjid Al Aqsa to the Muslims. So the Masjid Al Aqsa still remains a very important place for the Muslims after Mecca and Medina, after Kaaba and the Prophet's mosque, which the Muslims visit as a respect. So this is the point about the first Qibla for the Muslims. What you see in this picture is the Masjid Al Qiblatain, which is the mosque of two Qiblas. And why this mosque is important is this is in the city of Medina, where where the Muslims started to pray towards Kaaba. So during his time, Prophet, peace be upon him, used to pray towards Masjid al-Maqdis, and even after migrating to Medina, they used to pray towards Baitul Muqaddis or towards Jerusalem, to be general. And during, as I said in the last, during after the verse was revealed that they should change the direction, then the Prophet and the Muslims started to pray towards the Kaaba, and Prophet turned around towards the Kaaba, and the Sahaba also. Sahaba are the word we use in Arabic is the companions of the Prophet. That is the people who surrounded the Prophet and followed the Prophet, and they were the very strong followers of the Prophet, peace be upon him. And the Kaaba became the new Qibla for the Muslims. And Masjid Al Qiblatain used to be contain two mihrabs, that is the place where the Imam or the leader of the prayer stays. One direction of Masjid Al Aqsa and the other towards Makkah. However, the old mihrab has now been covered. So, and that's the significance of Masjid Al Qiblatain. If you go to Medina, many people definitely go and visit this big mosque, where it has a historical significance, where the Muslims changed their direction towards prayer. It is to be noted that in the Quran, that is the holy book of the Muslims, and the Muslims believe that it is revealed by God, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, that is the one creator. That's the basic belief of Muslims, that there is only one creator and there is no one associated with him. And what is said is that in exalted is he who took his servant by night from Al Masjid Al Haram to Al Masjid Al Aqsa, whose surroundings we have blessed to show him our signs. Indeed, he is all hearing and all seeing. So, in fact, the Kaaba and the Masjid Al Aqsa are the only two masjids mentioned in the Quran, and they are even referenced by the side of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala in this verse. So that's the significance we have towards the Kaaba, which is the black building, and the Masjid Al Aqsa, which is in Palestine. So one historical point which I want to say is that the site where the Masjid Al Aqsa is now, that is historically when the Romans exiled the Jewish people from the city, mainly the Roman inhabitants used the area of Masjid Al Aqsa as a garbage dump. And when Umar radiallahu anhum, that is the companion of the Prophet, when he opened the city to Islam, that is Jerusalem came under Islam in the initial times, he cleared this rubbish with his bare hands, and he also ended the centuries old exile of Jewish people, giving the refugee families and the right to reside in Jerusalem once again. So this site where you see where the Masjid Al Aqsa, the golden dome is the dome of the rock, where there's a rock inside, but the mosque itself is behind this golden sort of thing structure. After that, it's a sort of a greenish grayish building, which I'm just showing in the picture. So this area was not existing during Umar radiallahu anhu, his period. During that is immediately after the time after the death of the Prophet, peace be upon him, he conquered Jerusalem, and that point this place did not exist, and it was just a rubbish, and they cleared it, and they offered peace and equal rights to all the people in Jerusalem. And Umar radiallahu anhu, that is the companion of the Prophet, offered this to the people in the Jerusalem, and that's how it all started. And the present day mosque in Jerusalem, Masjid Al Aqsa, located in the south wall compound, was originally built by the fifth Umayyad Caliph Abdul Malik, 685 to 705, or a successor Al Walid, 705 to 715, and as a congregational mosque, and same exists as a dome of rock as a commemorative Islamic monument. So this was in the time of 600 to 700. The structure of the mosque was built. So thank you for watching. This is just an information video. It's nothing. I'm not a Islamic scholar. I'm not a learned person. This I gather the information from the internet and provide it so that it creates an awareness about Islam and the people, and just want to give a idea of how people live and different informations which everyone might need, even the Muslims might need, even the non-Muslims might need. So just a very general, what do you say, very independent sort of opinions I'm giving based on the historical facts. So you can pass comments and ask questions if you have. Thank you for watching.